बिचुटेन डेटा भोल्टले नेपालको पहिलो टियर 4 हाइपर स्केल सेन्टरको यात्रा औपचारिक रूपमा सुरु गर्दछ। एउटा यस्तो पूर्वाधार जसले नेपालको डिजिटल सोभरेनिटीलाई नयाँ उचाइमा पुर्याउनेछ। हाम्रो भिजन, our vision is simple yet powerful, to make Nepal a trusted and self-reliant digital nation. काठमाडौँ र वीरगञ्जमा स्थापित हाम्रो अत्याधुनिक सेवा सुविधा नेपालको स्वच्छ रिन्युएबल एनर्जीबाट सञ्चालन हुनेछ, जहाँ विश्वस्तरीय सुरक्षा, स्केलेबिलिटी र रिलायबिलिटी सुनिश्चित गरिनेछ। गुगल क्लाउड, AMD, माइक्रोन र विभिडियन टेक्नोलोजी जस्ता ग्लोबल टेक्नोलोजी लिडरहरूसँग कोल्याबोरेसनले हाम्रो यो अभियानलाई अझ बलियो बनाउनेछ र हामीले अब नेपालमा आइटी इन्जिनियरहरूलाई अझै राम्रो बेस दिएर हामी अझै इम्प्लोइमेन्ट क्रिएट गर्न सक्छौँ। जुन हाम्रो अहिले तत्कालीन गभर्मेन्टको इच्छा छ कि हामी नेपाललाई आइटी हब बनाऊँ, त्यसमा हाम्रो कम्पनीले पनि गभर्मेन्टलाई केही सहयोग दिन पायौँ भने हामीलाई अत्याधिक खुसी हुनेछ। हामी केवल एउटा डेटा सेन्टरको निर्माण गरिरहेको छैन, हामी नेपालको लागि सुरक्षित, सक्षम, आत्मनिर्भर डिजिटल भविष्य निर्माण गरिरहेका छौँ।
About Bichutan Data Vault, it's a Nepalese-based, proudly Nepali-based company building tier-grade, world-class digital infrastructure with global partners, developing hyperscale, geo-distributed, secure, and compliant data center, enabling sovereign control with in-country data residency, driving Nepal's digital economy and data sovereignty, and finally leverage Nepal's diverse renewable energy resources for efficient DC operations. So a quick view on the vision, mission and values. Our vision: establish Nepal as a trusted digital infrastructure hub in South Asia while maintaining Nepal's data sovereignty and security. What is the mission? Deliver secure, scalable infrastructure with control, compliance and high performance. And finally, what is the core value? So we are sure. So the core values that we have today is sure. S is for secure, compliant and future ready. U is utilizing Nepal's renewable natural resources. R, reliable and operational excellence. And E for enhanced data integrity and responsible governance. You are being sure about your data, and that is our core value. The leadership, I think all of you met the brains behind this. I think the leaders that you see on the slide, Naveen Agarwal, Meen Agarwal, Anuj Kayal, Vishal Kumar Jatia, Saral Goel, among others, have proudly created this initiative here in Nepal for Nepal's bright future. A little bit more about the project. The Site 1 is going to be located in Kathmandu, whereas the Site 2 is coming up in Birganj. We are starting up with 240 kilowatts, but our goal is to quickly scale to 5 megawatts by 2030. Generating IT and engineering employment in Nepal, I think Naveen ji also touched upon that point. It's not about providing infrastructure alone and creating applications, but also generating a lot of IT, engineering and AI employment opportunities within Nepal.
Gradually we are coming up with this 120 kilowatt in solar, 120 in Birganj. But as we grow business, this quantity is very small and the demand in Nepal is very high. And don't take it as only Nepal market. Through fiber you are connected to the whole world. Yes. So you can get businesses from outside also. So as we get business, as we grow, as the demand is increasing, so we will scale it up. So we will scale till 500 kilowatts in Chobar, 500 in Birganj, and we may go to other parts of Nepal. Yes. Like we can go to Mustang, right? We need cooling. In Mustang we have hydropowers also. So there we can get hydropowers in low price, and the temperature itself is very much suitable for this project. So we will expand and go all over, all the parts of Nepal.
So the idea is, like Naveen sir rightly said, the focus here is a sort of partnership with the demand as well, right? What we see today is there is an uptick in demand for digital and AI workloads in Nepal. Not only that, we at Nepal believe that we can become one of South Asia's formidable data center location. And I think this is the beginning of it. Like they say, to build a skyscraper, the foundation is important. The announcement that you heard, it is just the foundation.
Yes, हाम्रो MC ले already explained गर्नुभयो. P210 word हामी कहाँबाट आयो भने we are searching for a good name for our company. अनि P210 चाहिँ हामीले भेट्यौं रिसर्च गर्दा P210 भगवान विष्णुको जापानिज नेम हो. Like Lord Vishnu is the preserver of our universe, right? Protector. Yes. Brahma created it. Shivaji is the destroyer. And what we are doing here? Data center.
Data sovereignty.
We are preserving the data.
Data protection.
So what could be the better name? Lord Vishnu's name. So P210 is little sounding technical to us also. So that's why we chose this one.
That's why we chose it.
You told that it is the fourth tier of data center. What is
This is tier 4, right? There are small data centers. You can grade it as tier 1, tier 2. Tier 3 is more bigger one. And tier 4, here you can have 99.99% optimum output, right? The latency will be very much low.
So when we say tier 4, what we do is the data center is created in such a way, the infrastructure architecture is created in such a way that the entire, so the fault tolerance piece is built in, right? More dependency that your data center doesn't go offline ever, right? So that is the biggest thing, right? So that is why tier 4 is so critical. And when you're talking about AI workloads, I think this becomes a very critical piece for handling AI workloads.
हाम्रो प्लानिङ दुईटै ठाउँमा एकैचोटि लन्च गर्ने छ. तर प्राविधिक समस्या अहिले जुन वरहरूले गर्दाखेरि चिपहरू महँगो भइरहेका छन्. त्यसले गर्दाखेरि अलिकति हामीलाई वीरगन्जको लागि वी मे बी लेट बाई 1 month. And चौबारमा most probably we will start in Sawan. But as you see, the rainy season has started before. So the construction is taking time. We have to hold the construction for last 10 days. So such kind of natural calamity you cannot say anything.
But the goal is by July.
Yeah, by July. First we will be having one container here, one container in Bedouin. And we will be having how many racks?
It can go up to 100, 200.
तपाईको राइट तपाईले ठीक भन्नुभयो. हामीले यहाँ जुन डेटा राख्छौँ, सपोज तपाईले नै राख्नु, तपाईले आफ्नो डेटाको सेक्युरिटी खोज्नुहुन्छ, राइट? सो त्यसको लागि हामी बिगन जान्छौँ. उहाँहरूको डेटा त्यहाँ हामी डेटा यो डेटा डिसी हुन्छ त्यो डिआर.
So primary data center, backup data center, right?
सो जसको त्यहाँ हामी डिसी राख्छौँ त्यसको लागि काठमाडौँ विल बी डिआर. सो डेटा इज टोटली सेफ. हैन, अब अहिले हाम्रो नेपालमा ब्रेन छ, इन्जिनियरहरू छन्, सबै छन्, राम्रो क्वालिफिकेसन भएको स्टुडेन्टहरू छन्, युथ म्यान पावर छ. तर हाम्रो सबै म्यान पावर विदेशी किन हामी कहीँ अपर्च्युनिटी नहोस्. तर अपर्च्युनिटी त रहेछ नि. हामी कहाँ सस्तो हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी छ जुन संसारमा कहीँ छैन. यहाँ ग्रिन एनर्जी, हैन,
Abundance of green energy.
abundance, solar also you can put. So यो सबैलाई युटिलाइज गर्ने हो भने त हामीले यहीँ कतिवटा तपाईँको जब अपर्च्युनिटी क्रिएट गर्न सक्छौँ. हामी विदेश जानु पर्दैन. हामी यस्तो इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर बनाऊ कि विदेशबाट मान्छे यहाँ पढ्न आओस्, सिक्न आओस्. आइटी हब बनाऊ नेपाललाई.
And I think in the presentation I mentioned about the AI Center of Excellence. That is exactly it. So P210 Data Vault is not only focusing on the data center. See, data center is just the infrastructure part. But how do you enable the actual students, the professionals of Nepal, right? By providing them the right environment to learn, by providing them with the right set of technologies, a right set of partners like VVDN, Google Cloud, so that we can bring these world-class knowledge right here in Nepal. So when we are trying to set up a data center, trying to solve real problems of the government and of other enterprises, rather than bringing talent from outside, we want our own talent to work on. So government, banks,
AI, everybody is using
everybody.
There are many verticals, many.
So I think if you ask focus, let me rephrase your question. If you ask us what are the focus verticals, I think government for sure, because they are trying to bring in a lot of new changes like you can see. Agriculture, education, healthcare, finance, these are some of our target sectors that we want to go after. But like I said, AI is absolutely a horizontal space. Like they say, AI is agnostic.
So, like in AI, you know Gemini nowadays, right? So, how many people are using Gemini? How many sectors?
Not a lot. Now, you might think that Gemini as a product is being used by everyone. The answer is no. It is just us who are using it. Are government offices using it? Are banks using it? No. They might be just using it for, sir, मेरे को एक question है, मैंने answer ढूंढना है, chat GPT पे question निकाल दिया. But that is not the use case of AI. हमें वो thought process change करना है. We have to change that thought process. That we have to use that technology to solve a real problem. Can I create a study buddy for a student? A student is preparing for a competitive exam. Can they create a study buddy for himself or for his friends using AI? I'm looking at hospitals. Now we have so many reports, like if you go to hospital today, after 5 years, after 10 years, all your reports are, sort of disintegrated. एक जगह पे सारा reports, bring all reports to one place and put analytics on it. So these are the kind of use cases we can look at. Same thing with farmers, same thing with road safety. We're looking at cameras. I think we spoke about cameras, right? A big focus would be on security and surveillance also, right? Bring in the right kind of hardware, right kind of software, right kind of partnership to build all of that right here in Nepal. I think some of you might have heard about Microsoft. They took an entire data center, put it below the ocean for 2 years. What did they find out? They saved up to 30% energy. That was one. China is putting a data center under the ocean. Why are they doing that? To save on cooling and electricity, right? So the future data centers are going to be set up in places with cheap electricity and better cooling and better environment, because that is the exact place they need to run AI workloads.